Hello, hello. As you pop on, let me know you are here and that you can hear me. Oh, sorry, it would not let me go live on the other link, but I am here. Let me know you can hear me. Hello, ladies. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the comments. I apologize for some technical difficulty, but okay, you can hear me, but you can't see. But I just turned my camera on. Can you see me now? Let me know. Okay, perfect. Woo, woo! I am so excited about tonight, ladies. I can't believe the whole link thing, but we got it figured out. I can see comments, which is amazing. And you can see me, and I can share my screen, which I'm going to practice real quick. You can't see me if I do that. Can you see me if I do this? We're going to figure this out real quick. All right, so I don't know how to show you and my screen at the same time. So we're going to have to just have some fun with this. Let's see. There's that. I don't know how this is going to work. So there's going to be times where I'm going to turn on my camera and then I'm going to show you my slide deck and show you what we've got going on. So I'm so excited to be here tonight with you ladies. A lot of you have reached out like, what's going on this year? We need some goal setting. I talked to you ladies the last few days about your word of the year and vision boards and incredible conversations. I'll wait a few more moments to let everyone pop on since we had the technical issue. I see the comments. So want to make sure everyone pops on that wants to be on. Today we're going to be talking about the Unstoppable Legacy Goal Setting webinar. Brownie points for anyone who knows where Unstoppable Legacy may or may not come from. Oh man, these comments are blowing up. I love it. I am really, really glad you ladies are here tonight. If you are live, let me know in the chat. And the chat's already blowing up, but I want to see live. Live in the chat. If you are watching the replay, type replay in the chat. Let us know. All right, nope, just screen with a black screen and a logo. Hopefully it's back up. I think my comments might be delayed. Think you can see me now. Let's rise from the ashes, ladies. Yes, Mallory. All right, so before we do anything else, I want you to do one important thing for me. Go grab a pen and paper. Not your notes app, not a screenshot. Pen and paper. Go get it. Now, hurry. Do you already have them? Let me know in the comments. Do you have your pen and paper? This is not a webinar that you're just going to listen to. It's me. It's one that you're going to participate in, okay? Yes, live, live, live. I see all the lives. Got your pens and paper. Say check, check, check. Let me know. Yes, if you bought the VIP, you will get the replay. I don't believe it's not too late to get the VIP so you can watch the replay. My team can drop the link. Erica, if you're around, maybe. They'll correct me if I'm wrong. All right, we've got the pen and paper. Yes. Someone said the previous word of the year, unstoppable. Yes, yes, yes. That was a previous word of the year of mine. So I want to start by saying something important, ladies. I got you to come here for a goal setting webinar. And I want you to know, this is a goal setting webinar, but it's not goal setting the way most women have been taught. It is not hype talk. It's not a checklist. And it's not a set it and forget it plan. Normally, when I do webinars and presentations, I'm up and I am dancing and we're getting into it. And tonight I'm sitting. I am at my desk because I want this to connect. Because tonight, it's not just about setting goals. It is about setting goals that survive real life. Because here's the truth. Most women don't fail at setting goals. We do great at setting goals. We fail at keeping them. And if you've ever hit a goal and lost it, started strong and burned out, set goals every January just to restart again, you didn't lack discipline. You lacked structure, identity, and support. And that's what tonight is about. Oh, these comments are blowing up. I think someone asked me about my word of the year this year, right? Did they? I don't know. If you haven't heard, my word of the year this year is sent, because I'm going wherever I am being sent and doing the Lord's work this year. Yes, yes, yes. Feel free to let me know if I'm hollering at you in your ear. Right? Okay. So, before we go any further, I want you to hear this clearly. This is not a place where you need to prove anything. Get involved in the chats. Have fun. We're human. If you've failed before, you're safe here. We've all failed. If you've started over and over and over more times than you can count, you're safe here. And if you've hit goals and still felt unstable after, you are especially safe here. Oh, I see some word of the years coming in. Super ready to succeed. My willpower, Phoenix. I love it. All right. Tonight isn't about trying harder. It's about finally understanding why nothing stuck before and how to set goals that last. So I want you ladies to drop a heart in the comments if you've ever felt behind even when you were trying. Have you ever felt behind even when you were trying? Have you ever had that goal just disappear, fall off? Maybe you were on the track to it, but you still felt behind? Drop a heart in the comments. I want to see them. Yes. I still see words of the year rolling in. Okay, I might need to think my comments might be a little... Nope, there they go. I'm going to share my screen with you ladies again. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. And we're going to go over... I grabbed pen and paper. I missed that part. We're talking. What we're going to go over. I already went over that. I've already went over this. No. We're going to set expectations. That's where I'm at. This is what happens when I can't share my screen. Let me set expectations clearly, ladies. Tonight is a goal-setting framework. It's about identity first. It's practical. This will be faith-filled, okay? Just throwing this out there. Built for real life. What it is not is pressure-based or hustle culture or diet culture. This is not shame-driven, and this is not about perfection. I'm going to be teaching you the Unstoppable Legacy Framework tonight. Yes, I got my slides right. This is a 4-part system that I have built that will help you set goals that align with who you are becoming. Build systems that work on the hard days, because those goals get real hard on the hard days, right? It'll help you create stability after the goal and stay supported so you don't disappear. And I want to be transparent. At the end of the night, I'm trying to turn my camera back on. At the end of the night, I will invite you into support built around this framework. There is going to be an offer at the end, but you do not have to buy anything. Stay, learn, take notes, and leave with this amazing framework and this value. My only ask is be present, be honest with me and yourself, and give yourself permission to believe that this time it can be different. Let me know in the comments. Can it be different this time? Yes, I see it. Okay, my comments are working. They're up on track. We're good. Now, before I teach you how to set goals that last, I want to pause. Because I don't believe in talking at you, ladies. I believe in walking with you. So let me ask you something. Is it okay? I know we have new lady bosses and old lady bosses and all the lady bosses, and maybe this is your first time ever being on a Lady Boss webinar. So is it okay if I take a few minutes to tell you who I am? Is it okay if I take a few minutes to tell you why this message matters so deeply to me? And why I believe God positioned me to teach this tonight? It's not about titles. It's about trust. And I never want to assume trust. I want to ask for it. So, if you're open to hearing my story, type yes in the comments, please. Yes. I see all the yeses coming in. Yes, Mallory. Yes, Brandy. Yes, Sherry. Yes, Stacy. Yes. Absolutely from Stacy. Yes. All right. So let me go back to sharing my screen. Thank you, ladies. I don't take this lightly at all. And because you can't see my face, I'm going to try to turn it on and off as I roll. So my story. Who is Kaitlyn Talamante? I wish you could see my arms flying as I talk about it. Today, I'm the CEO and owner of LadyBoss. But that's not where my story started. I didn't come into this as an expert, okay? I came into this as an exhausted mom, wife, woman who's lost herself. I was tired, ladies. I came into this as a woman sitting on the edge of her hotel bed, staring at herself in the mirror, trying not to cry so loud the room next to me heard me. I had lost the weight before. I had followed the plan. I had done everything right. And then it slowly came back. And I remember thinking, now let me back up a little bit on these pictures before I turn my camera off again. This was when I first started LadyBoss. This was in 2021. I gained the weight back. Like, what happened? Thought I followed the plan, ladies. And slowly it came back. And I remember thinking, how did I let this happen again? Literally crying in my hotel room. I could tell you I was sitting in Boise, Idaho, crying in my room. How did I let this happen again? Not just frustrated with my body, but disappointed in myself. I wasn't lazy. I wasn't unmotivated. I was overwhelmed. I was inconsistent. I was disciplined in life where it demanded it and stuck where it mattered the most. So if discipline was demanded from me, I was there, and for so long, I believed something was wrong with me. Nothing was. Oh, I saw emojis. Nothing was wrong with me, though. I was trying to change outcomes without changing identity or systems. I came to LadyBoss as a customer. And over the last 6 years, I've worked nearly every role, from customer to employee support, operations, leadership, marketing. I have had a blast in this journey. I've had the opportunity through this to personally coach and support hundreds of you ladies through this exact cycle. And I've seen some, myself included, repeat the pattern. Start strong, fall off, blame yourself. I know I did. Start again. Tonight, I'm not here to motivate you. I'm here to teach you how to set goals that don't require starting over. Apparently, I removed a slide. Is that okay with you, ladies? Can I teach you tonight how to set goals that do not require to start over? The real problem, I guess I can use my slide now. The real problem with goal setting, this is something that most industries will not say, okay? Most women don't fail because we lack discipline. We fail because we are taught to set goals without building identity and systems required to keep them. Does that ring a bell? How many of you have lost weight only to gain it back again? The pain is real. And it doesn't mean you failed. Whether it was a million, I don't even want to name anything. There's 1,000,001 options to lose weight out there. How many times or have you gained it back? Because here's the truth. The most dangerous part of a goal in your weight loss journey isn't before the goal. Before the goal, there's structure. There's guidance, motivation. Everyone's cheering you on. After, however, that's the most dangerous moment. After the goal. Because the plan ends. Accountability fades. You don't get that external validation as much anymore. And the pressure quietly sets in that you have to figure this out. No one teaches us how to live after success, after we hit our goal. So when women fall off, we don't just lose habits. We lose confidence. We lose self-trust. And eventually, and I speak from experience, we stop believing that change is possible. Why try if we're going to fail again? But it's not a willpower issue, despite what others might say. This is a sustainability problem. God never called you to white knuckle your way through life. Just saying. He designed rhythm and structure and support. And that's why tonight isn't about effort. It's about legacy. Introducing, let me see if my slides are right. Introducing you to the Unstoppable Legacy Framework. I am about to teach you how this framework will teach you how to set goals that you won't have to start over. This is goal setting for women who are done doing that. It will work before the goal, during the goal, and after the goal. And there are 4 parts: identity, systems, sustainability, and support. Now, let's go ahead and get to the foundation, which is, I guess I was sharing my screen already, identity. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your identity. This is James Clear's quote. If you've not read Atomic Habits, highly recommend. I want to start with the most important part of this entire framework, is the identity. This line from Atomic Habits has completely changed the way I see discipline. Every action you take is a vote for the person you believe you are. Let me let that sink in for a minute there. Which means this: if your goal requires you to become someone you do not believe you are, you will eventually sabotage everything. Everything. This is why so many women say things, and I've said them too. Let me know if you've said them. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to be disciplined. I'm trying to eat right. We've all said it. I want you to notice something. Every time you say, I am trying, you're giving your brain permission to quit. Because that implies that this isn't who you are yet. You're trying to be that. You're trying to do that. And ladies, trying is exhausting. It's tiring. But identity, becoming that, knowing and being sure in who you are and that identity is stabilizing. For me, trying sounded like, I'll start again on Monday. I'll do better next week. I just need to get motivated. I'll do this once after my cycle when my hormones aren't kicking my butt. And every time I said that, my brain, it heard, this isn't really you. But when I stopped saying I'm trying and I started saying I am becoming, everything shifted. I am becoming a woman who loves water. I am becoming a woman who fuels my body. I keep promises to myself. I don't disappear when things get hard. That language changed how I showed up on the days I did not feel motivated. I can't wait to go through these comments. Oh, I cannot wait. Now, ladies, let's do this together. Go grab your pen and paper. If you have not already, let me know when you've grabbed them. Give you a moment. We are going to do an exercise. I see light bulb moments. Yes. All right, everyone's got their pen and paper. I am sharing my screen now to make your life a little easier. At the top of your page, I want you to write, I am becoming the kind of woman who ... Oh, I love that, Laura. Yes, that's incredible. All right. I am becoming the kind of woman who ... Write it down. Now, underneath it, write one physical goal you want this season. This season, okay? And I'm going to give you a moment. Think on it. You got some time. One physical goal you want this season. Next one. One identity trait you must embody to keep it, to keep the goal. And finally, one non-negotiable habit that supports both. For example, I'm becoming the kind of woman who loses 20 pounds and feels strong, energized, and confident in her body. The identity trait that I must embody to keep it, I'm consistent even when motivation fades. Non-negotiable habit that supports both. I prioritize protein in every meal and move my body for at least 30 minutes daily, no matter what my schedule looks like. And that right there is like my secret key to keeping it off this time, ladies. Just so you know, water, protein, and focusing on moving my body. Does that give you, Mallory, does that give you a good breakdown of it? I'll go through it again. So I'm becoming the kind of woman who loses 20 pounds and feels strong, energized, and confident in her body. What is that physical goal? That's it. I want to lose 20 pounds and I want to feel strong. Identity trait. I'm consistent even when motivation fails. I'm determined. I will show up even on the hard days. Non-negotiables. I prioritize water, my protein. At every meal, I move my body for at least 30 minutes, no matter what my schedule looks like. One non-negotiable habit that will support your physical goal and your identity trait. Yes, okay, perfect. This is goal setting that lasts. Everyone have this in their notes? Now, I told you we're going to get faith-based on this. And so I want you to know that scripture also doesn't say try harder. It says be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's really blurry on my screen. I don't know if it's blurry for you ladies. Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It doesn't say try harder, but it does say keep growing, to keep renewing your mind, keep growing, building identity traits to embody, building non-negotiable habits. You are not broken, ladies. You're not. You're becoming. So everyone's got their goal. They got their goal, their identity trait, and your non-negotiable. Because now we're going to move on to step 2. So we have step 1. Step 1 was identity. Yes, okay. Step 2 is systems. Discipline isn't about effort. It's about design. Okay? It is not about effort. About design. And I do mean the word design for a reason. Here's another truth most programs won't tell you. Motivation is emotional. It doesn't last. It fades and it fails. Life gets in the way. We have hormones that crap it. Whole 9 yards. Like motivation fails. It sucks. Okay? Systems, however, are safe. That is why it is number 2. If you only plan to work on good days towards your goal, it's not a plan. Because we all are going to have bad days. So how can that be your plan? To be like, oh, my bad day, it doesn't matter. It's not a plan. Think about the last time you fell off of a goal. Maybe you had a list of goals and you've already fallen off. It's January 7th. Hence why we didn't do this right away. Like, how many of you have been like, ooh, I might have already dropped the ball. You weren't weak. You weren't tired. If you were like me, you were probably overstimulated. Maybe you were tired, but you weren't weak. Pulled in 10 million different directions, literally. And your plan required you to be a superhuman. And while we are super employees and super bosses and super moms and super wives and all these super things, we're pretty freaking awesome. We're not superhuman and we need a break. Most diets fail because they demand perfection and punishing you for being human. We are doing the opposite. I had to stop asking myself to be stronger and started making things easier for myself. And this is where the system comes in. Habit stacking. I'm sure you ladies have heard me or someone talk about habit stacking. Habit stacking is attaching new habits to things you already do. Making a protein shake while your coffee brews. Doing 10 squats while you brush your teeth. Scripture while you walk. Maybe you're stretching while you're trying to rush the kids out to this crazy school bus stop. And you don't need more discipline. You need better design. Design, I mean it. So we're not just habit stacking. Design. The way we set up our environment is crucial. Are you more likely to make your shake in the morning if your protein powder is staring you on the counter? Or if it's put away in the cabinet and it's out of sight, out of mind? What about if your workout clothes are shoved in the bottom of the laundry basket versus being laid out and ready to go? I don't know about you ladies, but there's been plenty of times I've been like, well, my clothes are not readily available and I'm not doing it. I need to design my environment to help me create the person I am becoming. Picking up on the design. Phone charging in another room. Me and my husband are actually doing a 70-day challenge right now, not 75 hard. Let me make that clear. And in that, we're not allowing our phones in the room at night. Oh my goodness, ladies, I have a phone problem. And I guarantee you do too. Now, my phone doesn't go in our room. It stays in the kitchen on a charger, and I can't tell you how many times, because we just started, I will like look over to go grab my phone and it's not there. Bad habit. But I've created a better design to break it, to build that identity of the person I'm becoming. So how can you design your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, your workspace to benefit you? Think of your bad habits. I'm going off on a tangent now, ladies. Think about your bad habits. You come home from work, tired, eat dinner, crawl into bed, eating your meal, have some popcorn, have some chocolate, watch a show. Instead of going to bed at 9:30 like you thought, now you're not going to bed till 1 a.m. because you couldn't shut the TV off. I'm speaking from experience. But let's change up the design. Well, maybe you don't put the TV in your room. Maybe you start eating dinner at the table as a family. Maybe you keep all those things and now you move in your vibration plate or some weights in your room. Make it a productive design that's like makes it an easy transition. Picking up what I'm putting down? Maybe it's your Bible or your journal where you're already going to be sitting on the couch, at your desk, at the table, at the kitchen counter, in your bed. My husband pulled his Bible out the other day, put it on the nightstand. I was like, "Oh, you pulled your Bible out? Like what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I figured I'd start reading it tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay." This was on Sunday, ladies. On Monday, we're crawling into bed, and he didn't read his Bible. I said, "Were you going to read your Bible today?" He said, "Yeah, but it's late." And I'm like, "Well, I see it. Like, it's staring at me. Like, well, why don't you read to me?" So we're in the book of Job. He's reading me the book of Job right now. But because it was sitting there, I was staring at his Bible like, "Oh, it was there. You told me you wanted to read it every day. Well, let me help you. Like, I would like you to read it to me." Create a better design. So habit stack and create a better design. Okay? Let's do a quick self-check. That was a lot. I want to ask you, where is your protein stored right now? Where's your healthy snacks stored right now? Where's your phone when you wake up? Probably right next to your head. Where's the thing that you say matter most for your goals? Your environment is always training you. And here's the mic drop. Discipline is not about effort. It's about design. Remember, discipline isn't about effort. It's about design. This works when you're tired. This works when life is chaotic. This works on your worst days. And it creates safety, which is what we're constantly always looking for. So far, we've gone through identity. We've gone through systems. Now, step 3, stability. Success without stability creates fear. This is the part no one teaches. Goals end. They end. But identity doesn't. That's the reason most women regain all their weight or fall off of habits. It's because they treated it like a finish line. I know I did. Cool, I hit my goal. I lost my 20 pounds. What's next? I could just go back to what I was doing before that put me in the predicament in the first place. We can't treat it like a finish line. We have to have stability. If we have success without that, we're just creating fear. We don't know what to do. We keep pressure, hyper control, self-sabotage. No one talks to you about what happens after you reach your goal. When the scale finally moves, and instead of peace, you feel panic. How many of you have stepped on the scale, you hit your goal number, and you thought you were going to have this whole oh my goodness feeling, and you had the oh my goodness feeling, but it didn't feel like you thought. Because now it feels a little bit like panic. What if I lose this? What if I mess it up? How do I continue on? Like, all the questions. Did you maybe lose the weight and not work on your mindset? Like, you're still like, well, wait, I hit my goal, but something's still missing. That fear causes control. And control always collapses. Legit always collapses. And as women, we like to control. And then it gets to the point where there's nothing we can do. We have to put it into a framework. And that's where the unstoppable legacy framework doesn't end when you hit your goal. Because it becomes how you live. You don't lose everything because you had one bad week or had the chocolate bar or the mint chocolate chip ice cream. You don't start over because of one off-plan meal. It's all about sustainability. Faith tells us that stewardship matters more than achievement. Progress over perfection. This is where minimum standards come in. Even on my worst week, I walk. Even when I'm off plan, I don't disappear. Even when life is heavy, I protect the basics. Water, protein, moving my body. Stability isn't doing everything. It's not eating clean 100% of the time, 2 days at the gym. Been there, that's how I failed. It is, however, refusing to do nothing. That's how results stay. I love that comment, Mallory. I haven't seen a lot of the comments because I'm like on a roll, but I love seeing my same struggles in these comments. I don't feel alone. Yeah, you're not. We've all experienced it. We've all gone through it. We're still going through it. The amount of times I've talked about this, I had goosebumps. I'm like, whew. 4. We got identity. We got systems. We got stability. The final one. Support. And Mallory kind of called it out already. You were never meant to do this alone. Here's the final piece of it. Willpower does run out. Sorry, I know it's someone's word of the year. But it does. And motivation fades. And life gets loud. And when it does, your environment determines whether you keep going or you quietly quit. If your environment makes starting hard, discipline won't save you. This is where so many women get it wrong. We think needing support means we're weak. I want to tell stories, but I don't want to cross the line. Support does not mean you're weak. We all need support, and our support for each and every one of us looks different. We think accountability means failure. We think community means dependency, that we got to have it all together to show everyone to be. No. And that's not what faith teaches us either. Galatians 6:2. Carry each other's burdens, and in this way you will fulfill the law of Christ. So we're even being told biblically, hey, you don't have to do this alone, okay? It does not say figure it out by yourself. It doesn't say be stronger, try harder. It says carry it together. Every time I tried to do this alone, I eventually burned out. Not because I didn't care, not because I wasn't capable, but because I was never meant to carry transformation by myself. And I think me sitting here is a perfect example. I mean, I'm here to tell you about my transformation and what it took and share this framework with you. And I want you ladies to hear this clearly. Sorry, Sherry, I'm making you rethink your word. Don't rethink your word. You don't fall off because you lack discipline. You fall off when there's no one to catch you. Support isn't about pressure. It's about protection. Having a safe space. And it's the difference between I failed again and I had a hard week, but I'm not going to disappear. You will not be shamed here. You will not be kicked out for struggling. You will not be invisible. You don't need someone yelling at you. Do this now, 10 push-ups. And you don't need more roles. You need a place where consistency is supported, not demanded. A place where identity is reinforced. Systems are normalized. And grace is built into the process. And that is exactly why we built what I'm about to show you. I want to go over a quick recap, okay? Pens and papers if you want to write it down or screenshot the slide. Identity decides who you are becoming. Systems decide how this works in real life. Stability decides whether results stay. Support decides whether you quit or keep going. And ladies, this framework works anywhere. But here's what I know for sure. Most women don't struggle because we don't know what to do. We struggle because everything breaks down at the same moment when no one is there to hold the structure together. When life gets crazy. We lose momentum when accountability disappears, and we spiral when no one is there to remind us who we are. We quit when the structure fades and life gets loud. And that's why we didn't just teach this framework. We actually built it into containers to hold it. Because everything I taught tonight becomes fragile when it's carried alone. And so before I walk you through what we built, I want you to know something very important. There will be 3 ways that I will go through, 3 options to step into this support and into these containers. Not because one is better than the other, but because each of us are in different seasons. And I'm going to walk you through each one slowly so you can notice what fits your life right now. No pressure, no surprises, no rushing. Like I told you at the beginning, there's going to be an offer, okay? But I want to slow down. I need to drink some water. If you have your water, 10 gulps only gives me a brain freeze, so don't really do 10 gulps. Nothing I taught you tonight requires you to buy anything, okay? At all. This framework works whether you join us or not. You're already Lady Bosses. You're already in the Lady Boss community, okay? So I really want you to hear that. You can do this on your own. You can do this in the community, but you don't have to carry it on your own. You've got the community, and you've got these containers. Okay? Okay. So what I've been calling it is a container because we didn't build a program. And I want to walk you through it gently so you can decide what level of support makes the most sense for you in this season of your life. There are 3. And a lot of these actually come from your feedback and what you've been saying, like, hey, we need this. And with this framework, the Unstoppable Legacy Framework, I'm like, yes, this gives us the structure we need. It gives us the identity, the systems, the stability, and the support. So, starting with 3, okay? We created something called the LadyBoss Legacy Year. I love this logo. It's so pretty. I'm going to start with the deepest level of support first, okay? Because this one will show you the full picture. Some of you didn't come here just to lose weight or build habits. You became here because something in you knows you've outgrown starting over. And the LadyBoss Legacy Year, this is a 12-month transformation container for women who are done resetting and ready to build lives of consistency, lives of identity, and faith-aligned routines that last. This isn't about hitting goals. It's about becoming the kind of woman who doesn't need to rebuild herself every January. Now, here's a breakdown of everything you're going to get inside of the Legacy Year container. Let me know if you're ready for it. Are you ready to know what's going to be inside this Legacy Year? Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, let's roll. So inside of this Legacy Year, you are going to get everything on levels 1 and 2 that I haven't even discussed yet, okay? Everything, I don't want to give you the names yet, so we're just going to call them 1 and 2. I guess you're going to get the names right here. You're going to get the 30-day comeback challenge, okay? This 30-day comeback challenge is what you ladies have been asking us for a while. We've done 30-day challenges in the past. We've done resets and slim downs and all the things. This comeback challenge is structured. You've asked us for structure, and we're like, yeah, we're going to do this. It is designed to help rebuild without overwhelming you. In this 30-day comeback challenge, it's going to be ran in a WhatsApp group. It is not a Facebook group. So that way we can hold each other accountable and active and chats, and it's going to go boom. The group's already created. Oh yes, I can't wait. You're going to have simple daily structure. You're going to have faith-based mindset and identity prompts. You're going to get audio recordings from me Monday through Friday. I need my weekends. From me, okay? What else? You'll get structured workouts. You'll get meal plans. Now, if you're anything like me, I am a picky eater. I'll come back while I talk about it. I am a picky eater. Or at least not, I want to say I'm a picky eater, but I'm lazy. I'm not a meal prepper. I don't always make dinner. And so it's got to be quick, easy, and convenient. So not only are we giving you structured meal plans, we're also going to give you the Lazy Girl meal prep guide. And then we're also going to give you a picky eater guide. Okay? I think I already said you'll get workouts that are actually like structured and lined out. We'll be doing weekly live group calls via Zoom. And you'll get replay access to everything. This challenge is not, oh, I love the excitement about what's up. WhatsApp. This challenge is not one that is self-run. It is together as a group. And it starts January 12th, which is Monday. Okay? So, you're getting the 30-day comeback challenge. Next, you are getting the Activation Boot Camp. The Activation Boot Camp is a 90-day activation system. So following the 30-day comeback challenge, we're gonna jump into a 6-week activation program. Boot camp, not program. And that includes bi-weekly coaching calls, identity locking weekly focus themes. You're going to have the private WhatsApp group, full replay access to everything. And we're not done yet. The 90-day activation boot camp comes with a lot. You're also going to get the LadyBoss Faith Fueled Blueprint, which is a step-by-step guide to building discipline, consistency, and faith-aligned routines that last. Okay? Over 90 days, you're going to move through 3 intentional phases. The reset, which is part of the comeback challenge. Then we're going to activate it into boot camp. And once boot camp is over, we're going to dive into sustainability. Habits that are stabilized so results don't disappear when life gets busy. 90 days is where identity stops negotiating. Okay? That's a mouthful. Next, Legacy Retreat Experience. This is probably like the most, I'm most stoked about this. This Legacy Retreat will be an intimate 2 to 3 day in-person retreat. As I mentioned the retreat, I want you to know that the legacy year has very limited amount of seats because I want to make sure that this retreat is very intimate. Not because everyone's not welcome. I would love, one day we'll have a LadyBoss event. I'm just going to speak it into existence, okay? But it is intentionally small because because death requires that protection to deep dive and go into everything. So it will be a 2 to 3 day retreat experience. More information on where and the dates and all of that to come. And the spots will be limited because it's small. Next. What do we have next? What do we have coming up next? We've got monthly coaching, 12 months. So for 12 months, you're going to get a coaching call as a group. Everyone inside of the LadyBoss Legacy Year will hop on a call once a month and do a deep dive with me. We will have guest speakers. Super excited about the lineup for this coaching program. And then we'll do quarterly planning and incentives. These are like the monthly coaching calls, only they're going to be deep dives into each quarter. Help reset and align. Okay. You're going to get a private community. There will be a whole other WhatsApp community group for everyone inside the LadyBoss Legacy Year. And any products, any programs, any digital programs you will have access to that we currently have or will be releasing in 2026. And then if we have any other, retreats or events this year for LadyBoss, you will have priority invitation on those. Whew. There's a lot. So let's recap. You're going to get the 30-day comeback challenge. You're going to get the activation boot camp. You're going to get a private WhatsApp community for daily connection and support. Quarterly planning incentives. You're going to get the Legacy Retreat. I don't think I mentioned that yet. I did mention it, but recapping it. And you're going to get access to all the LadyBoss digital programs and then ones to be released this year. Now, again, this is very, 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 very limited and specifically because of the retreat. I want everyone to be welcome. We will do an event one day, but we're going to protect that space so we can deep dive and have that time. Yes, WhatsApp is a messaging app. So all of this totals up. You see the values at the end. They're a lot. This is over $16,000. I should probably check my math first, but I'm fairly certain that's over about $16,000 in value. But I'm not going to charge you ladies $16,000. Sorry, no. Not happening. The LadyBoss Legacy Year is an investment for the full year of $2,997 today. Okay? And there are payment plans available. And there's, of course, a 30-day money-back guarantee because this has to feel right in your spirit. And it's not for everyone. And it shouldn't be. This is for the woman who says, I'm ready to stop circling the same mountain over and over again. Now, we're not dropping any links yet because we aren't done. Next, we have the Activation Boot Camp. So this is in the LadyBoss Legacy year, but this is reduced a little bit, okay? Some of you might be thinking that you need structure and clarity, but a year feels like too much right now. So that's exactly why we built the 90-day activation system. This container is designed to help you stop starting over and build habits that will stick. And here's exactly what you're going to get. I'm trying to read comments at the same time. I got to stop. You're going to get the full 30-day comeback challenge, the 30-day challenge that starts January 12th. Plus, you're going to get the 6-week boot camp and live coaching. So you get the 6-week activation boot camp, bi-weekly live coaching calls with me, identity locking focus themes, supportive accountability, so you do not disappear. We won't allow it. And you'll get full access to all the replays of the coaching calls. You're also going to get the sustain and integration phase. So this is what comes after the 6-week boot camp to make sure that this is sustainable. Habits that stabilize so results don't disappear when life gets busy. We're going to give you that foundation. You're going to get the faith-fueled blueprint. Faith-fueled. There's no doubt about it, okay? It is a step-by-step guide to building discipline, consistency, and faith-aligned routines, okay? You're going to get an activation planner. You're going to get an audio series of motivational, you're going to get an audio series of, there's a whole breakdown of what it is. I think the audio series consists of motivational prompts that you can think on daily. And there's 2 other things inside of them. Give me a moment. I will go look. I'm sorry. I wish I remembered what was in the audio series. But they're audios, voice notes that you can go back and reference. You're going to get a journaling guide. And today, that value is $3,870, but we're not going to charge that, okay? So I want to recap that in the 90-day activation system, over the next 90 days, you will move through 3 intentional phases. The reset, which is the 30-day comeback challenge. Activate, which is the boot camp. And then sustain, building those habits. Okay? We're not going to charge you $3,870. Nope. Today, it is $997. We do also have payment plans available on this one as well, and it does include a 14-day money-back guarantee. And then our final one that I can't wait to start on January 12th is our comeback challenge, fueled by faith and built on consistency. Some of you don't need a full system yet. You don't need a year long. You don't need 90 days. You just need a comeback challenge. And it's a 30-day reset to gently rebuild momentum without overwhelming you. It has to match the framework. That includes sustainability, right? So here's what you get. You're going to get a 30-day guided challenge. Simple structure. Faith-based. I'm just going to show them all to you because they're going to be all out of whack. You're going to get the 30-day challenge. You're going to get simple daily prompts. You're going to get faith-based mindset and identity prompts. You're going to get workouts, meal plans, weekday audio coaching from yours truly. But weekly. This one has weekly support Zoom calls. And replay access to all of these calls. This starts January 12th. And the total of all of it is $838, but we're not going to charge $838. Okay? it is $49. And of course, it's got a money back guarantee. And I just want to be really clear that like this is not the small option. This is just a great entry point for where you're at. And it's repeatable and it's a rhythm that you can return to whenever life knocks you off course. This is in the WhatsApp group. Okay? I gave you a lot. Who's excited? Who likes what I've talked about? Who's a little confused? I'm here to answer questions. We'll get there. I'm going to give a recap. Here's the link. go.ladyboss.com/goals26. The LadyBoss team will be dropping it. But I want to make this simple for you. If you feel tired, you need the reset, you want to work on implementing this framework even more, the comeback challenge over here. Oh, you can't see my screen. The comeback challenge is perfect. If you want structure, the 90-day activation system, yes. And if you feel called, if you feel like you just need that extra, the legacy year is here as well. There's no wrong choice, only the right fit. And as you're deciding, ask yourself, which option brings relief, not excitement? Okay? Because that's usually your answer. The link is being dropped. You can go check it out. I want to stay on and answer any questions you have. I'm going to recap them a little bit. I'll scroll through questions as they come through. The comeback challenge. Let's sit back here. The legacy year comes with the activation bootcamp and it comes with the comeback challenge. The legacy year has all of this plus the retreat, plus 12-month coaching, plus quarterly Zoom planning sessions. The activation bootcamp comes with the comeback challenge. So no matter what plan you choose, what container you choose, we are all starting the comeback challenge January 12th together. And inside the activation bootcamp, you're also getting the 6-week bootcamp with bi-weekly live coaching calls. And then the sustain and integration phase, you're getting a faith-fueled blueprint, activation planner, the audio series, and the journaling guide. And then the comeback challenge. Yes, the comeback challenge comes with the WhatsApp group during the challenge. This is a guided challenge. It's going to have structure. It's going to have your workouts, your meal plans, your prompts, your accountability. I want to see you ladies in this group posting your sweaty gym selfies every day or your meal prep. Like, we are here to come back and build it on consistency. And I tell you what, when I see, like, I open my Facebook and I see you ladies in the community post your gym selfie, I'm like, ooh, I need to go get my workout in. And we're going to do that for each other. All right, I see some questions coming in. Let's see. Let me change so you can see me. Let's see. I'm going to answer any questions you have, okay? There's no rush. Make sure you go check out the page. Come on back. Let me know if you have questions. So the first question. I scrolled all, there we go. My scroll's moving too fast. If for some reason we can't start 112, where there will be more down the road for the comeback challenge. Because the comeback challenge is in a WhatsApp group, if you wanted to start a few days later, I'm not saying I would suggest it per se, but you could go back a day or two and restart because all the content will be in the WhatsApp group. As far as down the road, there is nothing set in stone to do another one yet. That doesn't mean my wheels haven't been turning prior to today. Does the comeback challenge include the Lazy Girl meal plan as well? Yes, it does. It includes structured meal plans. It includes the Lazy Girl meal plan. And it includes, it's not called the Picky meal plan, but LadyBoss, what was it called? It's for picky eaters. It's basically, you get to pick your protein, you pick your complex carb and you pick your healthy fat and you're able to plate your plate. And it's perfect for picky eaters. The comeback challenge includes the WhatsApp group. Yes. Are you going to offer all of this every year? I don't know. I don't know yet. The comeback challenge be offered throughout the year. I do not know yet. I do not know if it will be offered throughout the year yet. Woo, Laura, you tried the challenge. Yes, yes. The program seems so amazing. I wish I could afford it, but not until the 15th. Praying for everyone who joins. Caroline, there are payment plans on 2 of the plans, so feel free to check them out. I don't believe the page will be live on the 15th because everything closes down January 12th, so that way we can start the challenge. What other questions do we have? Okay. This may seem silly, but does the comeback challenge have a payment plan too? I broke my foot and have been out of work for over a month. It does not have a payment plan right now. And it's not silly. It's never silly to ask. The LadyBoss team is going to kill me. But Erica, if you're here, if there's a request for it, can we break it into 2 payments maybe? Maybe? She'll let you know in the comments as she's like strangling me through the camera. Is the comeback challenge similar to the 30-day slim down? No, it is not. Will there be some similarities? I'm sure. I mean, it is a challenge, but the slim down was more of a softer slim down on state, shape, sparkle, and success. And the comeback will have that same foundation. But this is much more structured and the accountability is much louder. Inside of the WhatsApp group, you're going to get daily prompts. You're going to get daily voice notes from me. You're going to get Bible verses, Bible study type items in there. You're going to get actual workouts and not just like a pick a workout. Like we're going to be like, today is this workout. You're going to get your meal plan that is structured, not just your pick. You're getting the lazy girl. You're getting the pick your protein, build your plate for picky eaters, but you're getting a structured meal plan with your weekly shopping list. Okay, I just bought the comeback challenge. I would have loved to do. Sherry, I completely understand. I'm ready to start with you on January 12th. It's going to be awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so the $37 was VIP. So what did I just buy before the video for $37? That is VIP access for tonight. So what that includes, I need to talk to you VIP ladies about it. So if you bought VIP, you're going to get the VIP worksheet. You should have already gotten that to your email. There's a goal setting guide inside of your email. If you did not reach out, if you're a VIP, we will get you that guide. You're going to get the recordings sent off tomorrow. We need to sleep at some point. You're going to get the recordings to this replay sent to you so you can reference this and go through the framework anytime. You're also going to get a group call with me. We'll reach out. I'll put us all in a group. VIPs will figure out if it's tomorrow or Friday and what time. So that way as many of you can be there. It is it's a group with me session. And we also are going to do VIP giveaways during that time as well. So we will be in touch to set that up. The other option is we could do the VIP session tonight and I could drop a link and we could roll over to a Zoom. But I guess you VIPs, you can take a vote and let me know. All right. Are these brand new recipes? Yes, there are a mixture of new and existing. We got to use what we have. But there's a lot of new ones coming in. Erica is our little chef. She's just loves to cook. So she's made some incredible new recipes that have been added to the lineup. I've added some of my recent favorites to the lineup. So there are a lot of new ones. We tried to make it as new and fresh with the meal plans and all of that as possible. And there is a few old ones sprinkled in. Like protein balls, I love a good OG protein ball. We could try to remake it, but why? Why mess with perfection? Yes, will the workouts be at home? Yes, 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 Mallory. The goal is for the workouts to be done at home. They could be done in a gym. They could be done in a hotel. The goal is that you can do them anywhere. Okay? All right, toupee option is truly women supporting women. Yes. Okay, let me see. Did Erica say that she's going to... Erica! Everyone give Erica a shout out. That is Erica that just made the toupee option happen on the comeback challenge. Just saying. Just saying. All right. All right. When will I receive all the information on what comes with the comeback challenge? I do believe emails will start sending tonight, tomorrow. We've got the WhatsApp group set up and ready for you ladies to join. That's a great question. Let me give a rundown on that real quick. Emails should be rolling in tonight, if not by tomorrow midday, on it to get you into the WhatsApp group. That is the most important place you need to be, is the WhatsApp group, because everything's going to flow in there. The team is going to have everything inside of the WhatsApp group needed for January 12th by Saturday, which means your grocery list and your meal plans are there on Saturday and Sunday. So if you are a meal prepper or need to go to the grocery store and get groceries, it will all be loaded in there on Saturday. Okay? All right. Someone's got to cook. It ain't me. Yep, nope. All right, VIP's down for tonight. VIP is also supposed to get early. Yes, thank you, Brandy. VIP also gets access to early products, and we are launching a new product very, 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 very soon. And VIP gets access to that. And I will say, all right, it sounds like VIP's for the night. So VIP gets access to product launches all of 2026. Okay. Thank you, Brandy, for covering that one. All right. Good tonight. Okay. Sounds good. We are going to... I saw questions coming in, so I'm going to hold for a moment. I'm going to wrap my brain around something. Let me... VIPs. Did all of you VIPs get a text message tonight? Erica, is the VIP list in my text messaging system? Can I send out a text to my VIPs with a video chat code? Let me just open my chat so you could tell me in a chat. All right. What else do we have? Okay. For the webinar. Yes. All right. I can't. Okay, Sherry cannot find the workbook link for the webinar for the VIP. Sherry, I think Jocelyn actually might have sent it to you. I could be wrong, but email us. We'll get it out to you. Yes, Jocelyn sent you it to your Facebook Messenger. All right, we're going to do a VIP tonight. We are doing the VIP session tonight. I will be sending out a text message once we get through some of these questions. So maybe another 10-ish minutes. For VIPs, I will send out a text to you ladies that has a code that we will hop on. It's not a Zoom code. It's a Google Meet code. But I will text it to you and we'll all hop on. But we're going to stay on here for about another 8-10 minutes. Answer some questions. Erica's got to get the list ready so I can text you. All right. Kaylee is on the customer support. She emailed it over to you as well. Thank you, Kaylee. Amy, you did not get a text tonight. Amy, I will send you a DM. So keep in mind, ladies, like I'm going to send you the link, but it's going to take me a moment to get over there, okay? We're doing the thing. I'm going to send you a DM on Facebook, okay? You did get the email, okay. Mindy's having an issue with the payment thing. Mindy, reach out to help@ladyboss.com. Sleep is for the weak. This is how you start off right. Yes! All right. You did get the workbook from Jocelyn. Okay, perfect. All right. We're going to start wrapping up for that. I think I got through all the questions. It has been an incredible evening with you ladies. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Unstoppable Legacy Framework. I want to give you a few reminders. The Comeback Challenge does close when it starts. So, January 12th, it closes. Okay? You ladies are incredible. Brandy, you didn't get a text either. Okay. Brandy, I'm going to send you a DM. Y'all know how to find me on Facebook. If you didn't get a text message, you haven't gotten any text messages from us, DM me. If you're VIP, only VIPs, please. And I will send you the link. Okay? No, it looks like we're doing it tonight, Sherry. But if you can't be on, we'll record it and we'll send any VIPs who can't be on the recording. If you can be on for a little bit, it's great. Joanne did not get the text. Okay, we're working on this. Few more moments. Anyone else not get the text? All right. I'm going to work on this link. As the VIPs, we're going to hop on over. I believe Erica dropped the link if you want to be a VIP and hop onto that call with us. There'll be a few more moments to do that, so she's dropped the link. But ladies, if something shifted for you tonight, honor it with action. If you feel peace, move. And if you need time, take it. Clarity follows that obedience. Thank you, ladies, for being here tonight. It's been a pleasure. And I will talk to you next time. And VIPs, I will see you here in just a moment.